Hi yogis, and welcome to practice. I'm Charlie, and today I'm doing a 30-minute yoga flow designed for runners. So if you're ready to get going, let's begin. We're going to start at the front of our mat today. Ground down into the feet, press down into the toes, balls of the feet and the heels. Draw in the lower belly gently, pull in the rib cage, lift up the heart space. We're going to begin with a nice inhale, deeply reach the hands all the way in a big circle up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Inhale a second breath, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. And a third breath. Inhale, reach up. Clear that space around you, and exhale, bring it into your heart center. Just take a little pause here for a moment. Take a breath and create your intention for your practice. Notice how you want to feel during or after your class today. What brought you here to the mat, and how do you want to be? Have your intention in your mind, in your heart, and then set it free and release. All right, so let's flow. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. As you exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Right hand comes down, left hand comes over. Tuck the chin, keep your eyes low, press into that left hip. Hold it here for a couple of breaths as you stretch through the side body. And then inhale as you bring it up to the top. Exhale, take the left hand down, right hand reaches over. Chin is tucked, eyes are low, protecting the neck. Pressing into that right hip, stretching the right side. And as you inhale, bring it all the way up to the top. As you exhale, cactus the arms, pull the heart forward and through. As you pull those elbows back and behind you, open a bit of space into the heart. When we run, we get super tight through the chest, so we want to focus on opening this as well. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, swan dive all the way down to the floor. Excuse me. Hang out for a few moments in your forward fold. Maybe take a little sway or rocking on the feet. Just get a nice feel. Notice if you feel tightness in the back or in the hips. All right, then rise up to a halfway lift and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat. Hop or step back both feet into a high plank. Pause here. As you exhale, chaturanga, lower down like a push-up. You can use knees or no knees. And rise into a baby cobra. Just a nice low one. Keep the neck long. Hold here for a couple of breaths as you lift the kneecaps, pressing into the thighs, into the floor, squeezing those shoulder blades back. And then exhale, gently lower. We're going to take the hands off of the mat, reach them about level with the shoulders. You can tent the fingers like me, or you can have the hands flat, forehead to the floor. As you inhale, roll up the spine gently. And as you exhale, roll back down. Just get a little bit of movement into the spine. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, rolling down. Bring the hands back beside the heart center. Roll up to a cobra on an inhale. As you exhale, sit back, child's pose, and tuck the toes. Stretch the fingertips forward as the hips go back. Find some length through the back. And then rise up onto the hands and the knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Draw the belly in. And as you inhale, arch the back under. Happy cow pose. Wow, it got really sunny. Exhale around the spine. If it looks like I'm closing my eyes, I probably am. Inhale, looking up, lifting the tailbone up. And exhale, rounding. And inhale, under. Exhale to round. From here, go ahead and lift up into a downward facing dog. Pull the knees off the floor. Draw the belly in, press the heels down towards the ground. This is the first down dog of the day. We want to push firmly into the fingertips. Keep your eyes on your toes or between the legs. Lift the tailbone up high. Perhaps you want to have bent knees for this to lengthen the spine first of all. And then you might want to walk it out, especially if you are a runner or you have been running. You might be tight in the Achilles, across the calf muscles, the gastrocnemius. So just easing out into the lower leg here, just gently pressing down the heels. You might want your hips to move side to side. Maybe that feels really good across the side of the hip and into the lower back. Also, try not to restrict yourself too much at the front of the ankles. We tend to hold that really tight, so try to relax it, let it go. Alright, from here, press those heels down into the ground, into a nice long down dog. And then look to the hands, soften and bend the knees as you inhale. As you exhale, hop or step forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to lower, and then rise up slowly like a rag doll to complete your Surya Namaskar A, your sun salute. Reach up to the sky, inhale here, and exhale, hands come down to the heart. Beautiful. So we're going to do 2 more rounds of that, skipping a couple of the movements and moving with each breath. Feel free to take your time or go faster than me if you'll breathe a little quicker. Let's begin by inhaling, sweeping the hands up to the sky. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Maybe you keep both arms up this time. Inhale up to the top, and exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale up to the top, and exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up high, and exhale, swan dive all the way down to the ground. We'll take a halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back to a high plank. And chaturanga, shift the body weight forward, lower down slowly. Rise into a cobra or an upward facing dog with the kneecaps off the floor, chest shining through the shoulders. As you exhale, lift your body up and back to a downward facing dog. Awesome, take a nice deep breath in and out here. And then soften the knees, look to the hands, inhale. Exhale, hop or step to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, lower. Soft knees and roll all the way up like a rag doll. Top of the tall mountain, reach up high. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Awesome. 1 more round, take a breath in and out. And let's go. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale up to the top. Exhale over to the left. Push into that right hip. Inhale up to the top. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up to the top, squeeze your butt and lift the heart if you want to back bend. And exhale, swan dive down to the ground. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back, high plank or straight into your chaturanga if you wish. Rise into your cobra, up dog or sphinx. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, gently soften the knees, look to the hands, take a breath in and out. And then inhale, look to the hands, exhale, hop or step forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, we lower. And then roll all the way up to standing nice and slowly. Roll the shoulders back, reach up, tall mountain. Oh, that's a good breeze. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Awesome. Okay, so let's continue. Bear in mind we want to loosen up the legs and correct or countercorrect all of the things that we tighten during running. Okay, so let's begin. Inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Good. And exhale, hands to the heart. From here, we're going to inhale, reach on up. And then find your gaze and lift your right knee up to your chest. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then take the hands, wrap them around the knee and pull that knee in tightly. Perhaps have a little bend in your left knee. Push into your left big toe. And then keep that right knee there and reach the hands back up to the sky. We'll take a deep breath in. From here, exhale, Dakasana balance. We're going to send that right leg back behind us, bend in the left knee, sweep the hands back, fly like an aeroplane, warrior 3 variation. Squeeze through your bum on that right leg. Take a nice deep breath in, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And as you exhale, gently land the right toes. Sweep the hands up to the sky into a nice high lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs together, sink into that front leg. Reach through the fingertips nice and high. And keep pressing that right hip forward. We'll take a deep breath in here. Good. As you exhale, hands come down onto the hip. Pop down the back heel. Bring the toe in. Inhale here, face forward. Pull the hips back as you exhale. Lean over that front leg, a modified pyramid pose. You can have a little bend to the left knee, or you can lift up the kneecap and keep it straight. If that feels comfortable with your hands on the hips, you can always bring the hands over to the mat or onto the front leg. But what I like to do is press into the mat so that I can pull my left leg towards me, firing those hamstrings a little bit more. Keep the chest out and the back a little bit straighter so you're not putting pressure on the lower back. We'll take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, we bend that front knee, sweep the arms up to the sky, and we've got a warrior one. Take an inhale, reach up high, and as you exhale, cactus the arms. From here, you might want to take that back leg out a tiny step, or you might like to keep it where it is. From the cactus arms, pull the arms all the way back and behind you, interlace the fingers and open the chest. We'll take a nice deep breath in here. And on the exhale, humble warrior, lower that left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Let your head be heavy, sink into the front leg. Take another breath in and out, and then inhale, rise all the way back up. Release the hands, let the right hand go down the leg, sweep the left hand up to the sky and sink into your front leg. You know, your right leg can be on the thigh, or you can take it onto the waist. We'll take another deep breath in your reverse warrior. And out. Good, and then from here, sweep the arms to warrior two. Awesome. Sink nice and low, let your hips open. We'll take a deep breath in and out. Good job. Then from here, the back hand is going to sweep down, forward, lift up the back heel, reach up to the sky. Inhale, high lunge. As you exhale, take the left hand back and it travels all the way down and behind you, reaching for the right thigh. Sink down into your lunge and reach the right fingertips up high. Awesome. We'll take one more deep breath in here, maybe sink a little lower. As you exhale, take the right hand all the way down to the floor, left hand lifts to the sky, twisted lunge. Sink the hips lower, push down into that right arm. We'll take a nice deep breath in and exhale, look down, bring the left hand down. Awesome. Step that left leg up and back into a three-legged dog. From here, inhale, lift up high. As you exhale, pigeon pose. Bring the left knee all the way forward to the left hand. The foot comes across the mat. And gently lower down into your seated pigeon. Try to hang out for a few moments in the seat. If your hips are incredibly tight, it might be super uncomfortable to stay seated. You might want to lie down straight away. If you have any problems with your knees or ankles, you might like to take the pigeon on the reverse and lie on your back. From here, mine are super tight today. Oh, try and sink the hips a little bit lower. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you can always lie the pigeon down. That is so much better. Let your chest hang down towards the ground, or relax down towards the ground. And feel the hips opening up that little bit more. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then start to rise back up. Hands come underneath the shoulders. And then on an inhale, tuck the toes, lift the back knee. Left leg comes all the way up and back and open the hip. Now you can stay here in your three-legged dog with the hip open. If you feel like flipping the dog into Wild Thing, you absolutely can. Shift the body weight forward onto the right side. Drop the left foot and open. Through the heart, open through the hips. Squeeze your bum, lift open. And this is often actually kind of hard for runners to do because you're not used to being open in this way. You're normally a lot more closed off. So if you do find it tricky or difficult, that's okay. And if you feel like it's really nice, that's also great. We'll take one more deep breath all the way in. Now from here, you're going to come back and go into a side plank or a Vashisthasana, perhaps keeping the left foot lifted. Reach the left hand up to the sky. Perhaps you're going from your downward facing dog, that's also fine. From here, you're going to step the left foot all the way forward to the front of your mat beside your right hand. Awesome. Left hand goes down, soften the back knee and step the right foot all the way forward to the outside of the right hand. And then sit down in Malasana or a nice yogi squat. Open those hips. Keep the chest lifted up. Press the knees wide. Keep the triceps pushing into the knees. If the heels are up, that is okay. If the knees aren't happy this low down, you can do a half squat. Absolutely fine. From here, one more deep breath in and out. And then on an inhale, rise all the way up to standing nice and strong. And exhale, circle the arms and bring them back to the heart. Realign the feet under the hips. Awesome. So let's do the other side. Take a breath in and out. And inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. As you exhale, lift through the left knee and keep the right leg down. Find your drishti, find your gaze. Pull the tummy button in. Use the big toe on the right foot to balance. Then the hands can come down, pull that left knee higher up. Then try and keep it there, use your core. And bring the hands all the way back to where they came from. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in here. Lift that knee, and as you exhale, Dakasana balance. Sweep the left leg back, sweep the arms back behind you, and lift that back heel. Awesome. Shoulder blades back, fly through the air. Keep squeezing through your bum. Imagine the inner thighs squeezing together. We'll take a nice deep breath in here, back so the hands lift. As you exhale, bend into that right knee, slowly lower the left toes down to the floor or the back of the mat. Sweep up into a high crescent lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs together, sink down into your lunge. You got it. Reach through the fingertips. Draw the belly in. We'll take another deep breath in here. As you exhale, bring the hands all the way down so that they're onto the hips. Pop down the back heel. Make sure the toes are facing further forward, straighten the front leg. As you inhale, pull the belly in. As you exhale, fold over the front leg. Stretching out into those hamstrings. Now, if you reach as far as you want to go to, you might like to then put the hands down onto blocks or onto the floor or the leg. And imagine you're trying to pull that right leg towards you, getting really good stretch into the right hamstrings. From here, gently soften that front knee once again, looking up to the sky. Go ahead and sweep the arms up as you inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms. As you inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, and then bring the hands all the way back and behind you, interlace the fingers. Lift the chest, lift the heart space. My hands are really sweaty, so they're slipping apart, and I've got tight shoulders too. We'll take a deep breath in here, sink into the front leg. I'll do my best. As you exhale, humble warrior. Lower that right shoulder on the inside of the right knee. Drop the forehead towards the floor. And on an inhale, push into that right leg. Bring your body all the way back up to where it came from. Sweep the hands up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, take that left hand back and behind you, reach the right hand up, sink into the front leg some more, open the hips. You can always have the left hand on the hip or on the waist if you prefer, or behind the back. Maybe sink that a little bit deeper. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Good, and as you exhale, warrior two. Good. I'm going to open my back foot up that little bit more to make it slightly more comfortable. Keep the front knees pointing over the toes. Feel the hips open. All right, from here, the left hand is going to come down and reach all the way forward to the front. Lift up the back heel. Inhale, high crescent lunge. And as you exhale, take the right hand over the head and circle it all the way back to touch the thigh behind you. Sink down into your lunge and lift that left hand up high. Feel the psoas in the front of that left hip opening and stretching. Take a lovely deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, windmill that left arm all the way down to the floor. Straighten up the back leg, right hand lifts up to the sky. Awesome. Good job. Keep the front knee pointing over the big toes. Squeeze the inner thighs together a little bit. Shift the body into the front. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the right hand all the way down to the floor. From here, step that right leg up and back into a three-legged dog as you inhale. And as you exhale, pigeon pose, bring the right knee to the right wrist. Foot comes across the mat. Settle down and sink the hips. Take a deep breath in and out. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny day here. Try and settle into a nice, comfortable seat. And then if that feels good, you can also lie it down for a couple of breaths. I am sweating. It feels so good though. Sink the hips towards the ground. Let your chest be heavy, let your arms and legs relax. Remember, you want the hip to open. When you're ready, gently rise back up onto the hands underneath the shoulders. Draw the belly button in. And then from here, tuck under the back toe, lift the back knee, inhale. And lift the right leg up to the sky. Open the hip this time. Kicking the knee up towards the sky. You can stay here, or if it feels good without going in the pool, you can flip the dog. Or take a variation on a side plank. Lift the hips, lift the heart. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, find your Vashisthasana, side plank. Or remain in your downward facing dog. We'll take a nice deep breath in and out here. From here, we're stepping the right foot all the way forward to the front of the mat, with as much control as you can. From here, take a nice deep breath in, sink into that front leg, and as you exhale, step the left foot forward as well, and find your Malasana squat. Lift the chest, lift your gaze, sink the hips. We'll take a nice deep breath in. This time as you exhale, hands onto the ankles, lift the hips. Inhale, as you exhale, sink the hips, lift the heart. Just a couple of gorilla squats. Inhale, lift the hips, lower the head. Stretching the hamstrings and the hips. Exhale, bring it down. And one more. Inhale, lift the hips, lower the head. And exhale, lower the hips, lift the head. Hands come back to where they came from, at the heart center. Awesome. And then inhale, rise up strong. Reach up to tall mountain. Inhale. And exhale, circle the arms all the way down. Bring the hands to the heart. Feet come down gently underneath the hips. Take a breath in and out. And then sweep the hands up to the sky. Inhale here. Good. Exhale, sweep the hands all the way down to the ground. Let's take a halfway lift and lengthen. Notice if you feel a lot lighter on this Chaturanga Vinyasa. Hands come down, hop or step back, high plank to Chaturanga. Rise into your Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a walk out, move the hips, do whatever it is that feels good. And then soften the knees, look to the hands as you inhale, bend them. As you exhale, hop or step through the hands, take a seat. Roll back, not so gracefully, maybe much more gracefully than me. All right, hug the knees in tight. Okay, from here, almost there, you guys. Hug the right knee, send the left leg out long. Inhale. As you exhale, side twist. Take that right knee across the body. Look straight ahead or over the right shoulder. and press the knee towards the ground gently, loosening up the lower back and the hip of the right side. From here, bring the knee back to the center, switch the side over, hug the left knee, send the right leg out. We'll take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, take that right knee across the body, looking straight up or over the left shoulder as you send the leg over into a twist. And then bring the knees all the way back to the center. Give your knees a nice hug here. Maybe take a little rock side to side. The final pose, you've got a couple of options to do. Now you can either take the feet down to the mat or begin here, hands down by your sides. Draw the lower belly in. And then press the lower back into the ground, slowly rise up into a bridge pose. From here, press the hands down into the ground, lift up high onto the shoulder blades. Think about lengthening the spine, tucking the tailbone underneath. Keep the knees level, pointing straight in front of you. Now you can stay right here and just hold that bridge for a few moments more. Or if you want to, you can feel free to take a shoulder stand. As long as you have no eye problems, back problems, it's a really nice way to stretch the spine. So you can roll up into a shoulder stand. Allow the blood to flow from the legs back to the heart. If I put my feet at a slight angle, I can get the sun out of my eyes. So if I look wonky, that would be why. When you're in your shoulder stand, ideally you want to keep your head nice and still, protecting your neck. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your ankles, squeeze your legs together. And then you can always take the legs overhead into a plow pose. If that feels like somewhere you want to go today, breathe steady because it's hard to breathe deeply. Hands can be on your back, on the floor, wherever you want to go. Just try to relax and enjoy the stretch. If your feet are up to the sky, that can feel really nice for runners because your feet are always down. So it's nice for them to be up in the air for a change. Spend a few more moments here. Another position I really like with plow is to take my hands over my head and do a Padahastasana the opposite way around, so lying down. Hands take hold of the feet or the toes. Alright, from here slowly, wherever you found yourself, make your way back onto your back. Soften the knees and roll yourself down. With a little bit of control, but not too much, just go nice and steady with your back. When you find your back has landed on the ground gently, you can hug the knees in tightly. Take a pause, maybe move a little bit in circles on that lower back. Take one more beautiful deep breath in and out. And when you are ready, find your Shavasana. Relax the legs, relax the arms. Find a comfortable position for you. Soften across the forehead, the eyes, the lips. Soften your throat, your neck, your shoulders, and breathe. Breathe deeply in and out. And let your whole body relax. I'm going to leave you here today so you can remain in your Shavasana as long as you want to. If you are continuing your day, feel free to roll onto one side before making your way up to a comfortable seat. I'm sweaty. Beautiful. So just to say thank you so much for practicing with me today. Wherever you're at, take a moment to thank yourself as well for dedicating time to your practice. We'll blow a kiss, send some love out into the world, and send some love to your heart as well. And in love and in light, namaste.